Are you seriously messed up in the head? Did you grow up in an abusive household and now you're having trouble functioning normally? Do you want to die sometimes? Well, don't worry, because I'm a doctor, kind of. My name is Annie Johnston, and I'm making a show. It's called What the Fuck is Wrong with You? Now, if you're new here, let me catch you up to speed. A few months ago, I had some repressed trauma surface.
We know that you were abused.
The making of the show has actually turned into a way for me to try and process the trauma from my past so that I can continue to live a normal life.
No one understands that what I'm trying to process in my head is killing me inside.
So join me on this journey as we find out what the fuck is wrong with you, and more importantly,
I just got home from work and I just don't want to be there. I was like starting to like be okay, just like being alone and like healing in that way, but like I just don't want to be around people. I just don't want to be alive. What's up? It's 5:40 in the morning. I'm going to work out right now. I regret everything I said last night. Everything. I'm fine. I'm fine. Like, my cousin Molly used to always say these things where it's like, if you want to die, then you just first need to make sure that you're fed, that you've slept. And she said one other thing. I don't remember what it was, but I just slept and I'm okay. It's 5 in the morning, New York, and I have to get on a fucking flight to Dallas, Texas, which is quite honestly the last thing in the world I want to do. I have a doctor's appointment there. I hope this is the last time I ever have to be there. Like, what that place signifies for me is just nothing but bad. And I hate that I feel that way, because that was my entire upbringing. 18 years I lived there. The fact that I hate it so much is just telling about 18 years of my life where I just was in pain. Ew. This is a box of stuff from my childhood. This is an assignment that I did in November 3rd, 2010. So I was that old. Write about how you would like to be remembered after you've died. When I die, I want to be remembered by the talents I had, my friends, my picture, and of course my family. This is the program for my 8th grade production of Cinderella. That is me, Annie Johnston, stepmother. Annie is a super rad gal. She made her breakout performance in the 3rd grade spring fling when she forgot her only line on opening night. During her free time, she likes to practice her rapping skills and play with her webkins. I remember thinking I was so good at this character, and I was really, really good at it. Clearly, I have a forte for playing bitchy characters. It's because I grew up around the bitchy. Every time I'm like applying my makeup or fixing my hair or putting on an outfit, I will hear my mom's voice in my head being like, you know, it doesn't look good, or you're not presenting well, or no one will like you if you look like that. And the better that you look, like, the easier life is gonna be. And so I carried that with me for a lot of my life. You know, thinking that I was pretty or good looking was gonna be like the only way to like get me to have anything that I want in life. That caused me some real problems. I remember one time I got my wisdom teeth out and I hadn't put on makeup in like a while. I remember there being a night when I decided to like put on some makeup, and she saw me with my makeup on. She's like, "Oh, you put makeup on," as in like she didn't approve of me when I didn't look a certain way, or didn't love me if I didn't look a certain way. It's always like, do I look pretty through my eyes, or do I think I look pretty through my mom's eyes? What is informing my perception of what it means to be beautiful is a question that I kind of always ask myself.
guys, I'm about to go on a date for the first time in a really, really long time. This is my outfit. This is how pretty I look. I'm actually thinking about starting a new series called Annie Bullies Men because I don't think I have the capacity to be nice to this guy or honestly any guy ever again, considering how shitty men have treated me in the past 4 months and everything that I found out about my past. So if you would like to watch me bully men, actually, I don't really give a fuck if anyone doesn't want to watch me bully men. I'm just gonna fucking do it anyways. So yeah.
He's picking me up. He's fucking picking me up. I feel like I'm about to have a fucking panic attack right now. The date sucked. Specifically, I'm thinking about this one guy who I talked to for like over a year. And I don't know why when I was on my date today, like, I just kept thinking about him because he treated me like not well. I feel like deep down he isn't like a good person. Why do I still miss him?
Why was I crying? Why was I crying about a loser, bro? Why? Ugh. Sometimes if you're processing something or you're going through a hard time, sometimes you just need to fucking feel it and then go to fuck to sleep. Because the next day you'll be like, what the fuck? What's wrong with me? Just kidding. There's literally nothing wrong with you. You just need to literally process whatever the fuck it is you're feeling and let that work through your body. Because if you hold it in there, then the body keeps score. Really good book, by the way, if you feel like you're on the edge of panic all the time. It's raining outside. It's a very rainy day. And I love the rain. Like most other sad bitches, I love the rain. Oh my god, should I text him? No, I can't text him. But the sex was so good. I don't even know where in the world he is. Oh my god, but he was a fucking loser. Fuck. Fuck. Right now I have a job. It's like a 9 to 5 kind of like situation, and what I'm processing and what happened to me is a very isolated situation where there also tends to be a lot of victim blaming and misunderstanding. And also just like uncomfort. Like it definitely makes people uncomfortable to have to hear what happened to me. And I was crying a lot at work and my boss happened to notice. And I had to sit down in front of her and tell her what fucking happened to me. This is essentially how the conversation went. Good night. So essentially, I just wanted to talk to you and let you know why I have been crying at work. This summer, I found out that, and I'm trying to process all of this, and it's just in my mind. How often are you in therapy? Once a month? No, Annie, 3 to 4 times a week. Okay. 3 to 4 times a week. Once a month, not enough. 3 to 4 times a week. Okay. Oh, and in support groups. You need to be in support groups too. And I saw you crying in your coworker's office, your friend's office. Did you tell her about? No, I didn't tell them. Okay, good. Because, you know, I don't want them checking on you. We need to make sure that they're not distracted from the work. We can't have you crying out there because there's work to be done. And people are just gonna start gossiping and asking questions. I hate gossip. Hate it, so, But yeah, therapy 3 to 4 times a week. You need her to tell you whatever the fuck is wrong with you so that you can stop crying and we can get back to work here, essentially. But you can go for the day. You can just go. Okay. It's so hard for me to be there when no one understands that what I'm trying to process in my head is like killing me inside. How am I expected to heal from this like when I'm sitting at an office and holding everything inside me? And also just like, there is something so wrong with you is what essentially I feel like my boss kind of told me. And trust me, I get this kind of idea of how we treat victims and people struggling from mental health. It's kind of just been ingrained in our culture, and it's more of like a conversation that we need to have wider in culture and society about mental health and like how serious it is. I've been seeing a lot of stuff on the internet recently about a chaperone who just pulled out of some performances for her mental health struggles. And I guess the reaction to it that I've seen has been a lot of just people not being empathetic at all to her situation.
A lot of American artists dropped from this festival for personal reasons. I feel like that's been happening a lot lately. And my 2 cents on that is that a job is a job and we have the best job in the world. So like, suck it the fuck up.
I just don't think that mental health is like a good excuse to screw other people over at all.
There's been a massive reaction online of like, oh, you just don't get to take a day off work just because you fucking feel like it. But I just have to say that it's not that black and white. And mental health is fucking health. It's always, you know, suck it up until, you know, someone ends their life. And then we look at like, oh, what could we have done more? And it just like breaks my heart that people are still like looking at this issue with such a mean spirit and unkind heart. Mental health is everything. Everyone struggles with it. Every single fucking person struggles with their mental health. Everyone. It's destroyed families. It's caused the loss of some incredible human beings. And this is still the reaction that I feel like we're met with today. I've seen it impact so many people close to me, and then just my own struggles have been like, and I'm not gonna shut the fuck up about this until there's like some real fucking conversation going on. I feel like doomed. Not only with everything that happened to me, but just like in the world in general. And I feel really bad for our generation that has to fucking watch the world falling apart in front of our eyes. Like, I do. This mentality of like, suck it up is not always right. It's not always viable. And I think it's teaching us to ignore mental health issues that are causing real fucking harm. Like, most people aren't that happy about prospects in the future, and we're fed it constantly on our fucking phones, and like, I don't know exactly the reason why our generation is struggling so much with mental health. I don't know why. I just want us to start talking about it more. I need us to start talking about it more. Because what about the next generation? What about the generation below us? Like, is it gonna get worse? Is the problem gonna get worse? Suck it up is such a shitty answer. That's not it. That's not fucking it. And anyone who has really, really been on the verge of doing something that is irreversible, or has been in a state where that seems like the best option to just relieve themselves of this, they know that that is such a fucking shitty answer. Because then it's life or death. That is health. And this is a fucking massive issue. I just don't know, like, where this fucked up narrative around mental health came from. So fucking backwards. I hope I can look back one day and be like, I was able to get through that. Like, fuck. Because right now I'm not so sure. I am not entirely sure I'm gonna make it through this.